Greetings, fellow Earth travelers. Oblyx here, running around a Taurus in Project Ozone Lite. How y'all doing today? And all up in my face, you may notice that there's a few solar panels around this giant donut. Just a few. Yep. A few. Yep. And then you'll notice there may be a few lunar panels around the giant Taurus. Yep. Oblyx been busy off screen. Y'all notice that? Yeah, he done did some work. And all of our solar and lunar panels are in place. So we are loaded up. All the GP we could want for a while anyway. We'll get some Dragon Mills or something down the road, but that'll get us going. And from the inside, it is not bad at all. You just kind of get this little lip, which looks good, I think. Yeah. That'll work.
Shut up and sit down.
So today, I want to get going on collecting some resources that we can't get from the mob farm, we can't get from our fluid cows, and we can't quintuple over in the big beastie. Specifically things like diamond, quartz, Certus quartz, Fluix crystals, things of that nature. So we're going to do some work in mystical agriculture today. Now, I'm not going to set up this massive mystical agriculture farm growing every daggum thing there is to grow. Because, well, we've already got most everything. Between our cows and our mobs and our ingots and all this other stuff, we're pretty much set. But there's a few things that we can't get as it stands today. I said things like diamonds. We've got a bunch. We can't make more without running a miner or something to that effect. Now, I could set up one of these bad boys, a quantum quarry. But that's going to go get a whole bunch of other stuff that we don't necessarily need. So I think we're going to stick with mystical ag for the time being. So what I want to start with, to do mystical agriculture, first thing we want to do is, of course, EnderIO. Because, hey, why wouldn't you? I want to build one of these farming stations. So we need 2 pulsating crystals. Got it. We need a chassis. I got it. Need a diamond hoe. And we need bane of my existence right now, electrical steel, silicon, pulverized coal, and iron. There be iron. If you're gonna do one, do a lot so you don't have to do it again. That's my opinion. Just get at it. So it don't take me nothing to set this up and get it going. And then we'll just make a ton of it. So make sure he's on that. Pop the first one in there. Pop the rest in here. This guy's just going to get after it. So we'll give him a second to make 8 of these things. Boom. Pop those in there. Now, we need a Z-Logic. So that's a zombie head, redstone, silicon, and solarium. So there's our 2 silicon. There's our 2 solarium. A Zombert. And pretty sure we got some redstone after last episode. Boom. Let that crank up. Gimme, gimme, gimme. Gimme, 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 gimme. And we'll just pop all that in there like so. And a farming station, if you will, please. Please, please, please. Thank you. And do I have an octatic? I do. And I'm going to need a way to get power over there. Now, I've got power coming into all the domes, but I don't have it going into the towers. So we need to get some power going into there. What the heck is that goofy thing called? You know what? Not even gonna worry about it. We just gonna do this. We are just going to make dimensional transceivers. I was thinking of making that tesseracty thing, but I don't remember the recipe or even what its real name is, so we're just gonna make these instead. Boom, 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 boom. Awesome. And it took our capacitor. Gimme. Alrighty. So we are gonna need to set up our tower. Now that's a power tower, mob tower. That's gonna be a power tower. So I think we're gonna do ag in that tower there. Seems like we do a lot of flying up and down these towers, doesn't it? Now basically this doesn't need a lot of headroom, so I think we're gonna build it maybe right here, maybe right here, I don't know. Dirt. And where's our wand of wandedness? Let's see, technically I could go there, but I think we're gonna go here so we can look out the window. Because what's good's having a window if you can't look out it? I really don't need the entire floor to be dirt, but hey, if you got the dirt, you might as well. Question is, do I have the dirt? Come on, get it done. Excellent. Now, this guy doesn't need to be in the middle. I can't remember how far out an octatic capacitor will build. So let's try to find the middle, and then we can see if we can work out what an octatic capacitor will do. Boom. Just throw him in there like that. Throw one of these in there like that. Receive it a power. Replace it a dirt. And we can get that out of our inventory. And for the time being, we'll just pop an iron hoe in there because we have one. Now I think just to do testing, I think we're gonna set up wheat, and we'll rip this out here before long, but I just want to see what how big an octatic capacitor goes. So this will show us the max size. There we go. There's our max size right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's 15 across. And a big old square, so 15 by 15. So yeah, I don't think I could get 2 in here. Now, you do see an obvious problem. The iron hoe broke. So either we have to come up with a crafting way to put new hoes in there as they break, or we have to come up with a perpetual hoe. So let's get back down out of this tower. And whoop. And see if we can't make a perpetual hoe. Now, unfortunately, all of our Tinker stuff is put away. That's okay. Can't remember the name of all the different tables we need here. We need a stencil, pattern chest, and a part builder. Alright, now we're going to do paper. Because that is going to give us the most modifiers. And there is not a hoe in Tinkerers, but you can use a mattock in its place. So we need an axe and a shovel and a tool rod. So we need a shovel and an axe and a tool rod. And mattock. And that's going to give us one with paper mattock with 5 modifiers. So now we need some gold plates. Let's see. Hopefully I have some. Dang it. Yeah, I don't have any. So we're going to have to build our smeltery back. At least in a small form factor. Alright, let's build this. This is just temporary to get us going here. So it's not going to be big or huge or anything. It's just going to be enough to get us going. Awesome. Alright, this guy is active now. And just a quick dirty one. Nothing fancy. So I need 2 ingots times 5. There we go. Cook all that. I'm 1 ingot short. I thought it would fit. Kind of cool though, you can see the ingots in there. Should have done the math and I would have realized I was going to be 1 short. But that's okay. Get him started while these are pouring. And there's the last of it. And come over here and grab some obsidian. I'm going to pop these in the middle and pop the obsidian around the outside and get 5 of those. Excellent. Come over to our tool forge, put our papermatic in there, put those in there, and we're going to do this 5 times. And there's 5. Now it is unbreakable. So we can use this in our farm. And it is unbreakable, so it should last forever. And up we go. And there we go. So, and we decided we want to get rid of the double layer and put in octatic. Put back in, I should say, an octatic. And now we want to give it some room for water to grow. Water to grow? Water doesn't grow, you idiot. Give it some room for water, because plants grow better with water. Now we will come underneath. You notice I'm setting a block off to the side of each one of these, not directly over the hole. That is because I want to put glowstone in there, which is going to help give us some light. There we go. Now we got light everywhere. And I think what I want to do is pull that guy out. And I am kind of winging this, so bear with me. I want to put that in there, and I want to put a glowstone there, though technically you won't even see it. I don't think it will actually help any. And I want to put a block there. And then this guy up against that. But let's get first some water. Let's go ahead and make a infinite source while we're here, just so it's not an issue. And we're just gonna fill all those in. There, that should take care of every little piece of farmland. And there we go. He's getting power from the mains. Awesome. Now he should start doing his thing and farming. Let's turn our night vision off. Oh, we're in the day, so it's not a big deal. Wanted to make sure we were having enough light. I think we need one over here as well. Pretty sure we're gonna need one right there. Now what's it take to make some lilies? I really want these lily pad of fertility. Ooh. we should totally be able to do that. That we can do as well. This we should be able to do. Put those around the outside here. Yeah. Let's see, do I have all the bits and bobs? I'm missing cactus green. Do I even have any cactus? I think I grew some at some point. I did. There we go. Now we need to go cook this. 3, 6, we need 8. And there's a bit of cactus green for us. Oh, I need to make these, which means I need mana, which means I'm going to have to stand up Botania again. Alright, let me do that. Alright, everybody. Look at me right here, because Oblyx was a big dummy. Dummy. Yeah. I recorded all the rest of this episode with my mic audio muted. See, even the Enderman is like, look at the dummy. Look at him right there, dummy. Yeah. So all the work's already been done. And I'm just going to have to walk you around and show you what was done. Oy. Okay, so the Botania is all finished. I got it all set back up with the exception of the runic altar, because we don't need that for this part. I did do a few upgrades. I did also make, just to show you, a Terra Shatterer while I was waiting for these mana pools to fill up, because they do take a while. Now this is the awesome pick from Botania that you can do some super cool stuff with. And if you look, if I mouse over it, you see how there's a bar at the top there, at the top of the little box that says Terra Shatterer, and there's a bar that's filling up. Right now it's between the A and the S. What happens is when you put this pick in a mana pool, that bar will fill up over time. And there are multiple levels to this pick. So it starts at a D, then goes to a C to a B to an A to an S to an SS, and then all the way up through the top of the SS. The pick gets stronger and stronger as you go through the levels. But you got to toss them in these mana pools. It'll suck it dry, as you see. And all the mana that goes in that pool go into that pick. Now this is not a regular item that you would throw on the ground like these blaze rods right here. After 5 minutes, those will despawn. They'll disappear. This guy will not. He will stay in there as long as something outside of the server doesn't put a force on it. So, you know, if you have bucket or sponge and it's trying to clean up entities, you know, those things server-side applications can remove it. But on a regular server with Botania in it, that thing will stay there the whole time. Nothing will happen. When the server restarts, whether you log out, whatever, it'll stay there. So you just want to let it sit in those pools and charge up. So let's go take a look at what I've done. Well, actually, we're going to start out over here at the farm itself. So, like I said, a lot has changed because, yeah, all the work's already been done. I flipped over from the Minecraft Reloaded to the Random Things Fertilized Dirt. I did a side-by-side test to see which one grew the crops faster, and to be honest, neither one won. I don't think either one of them has much of an effect on these mystical agriculture crops. Now, if it was growing wheat or carrots or something like that, they probably would. But because that Mine Factory Reloaded is terribly buggy in this pack and causes a lot of server-side problems, At least the machines do. I didn't even want to chance the block, so I ripped it out and put in this random things fertilized dirt. I think it looks better anyway. I did put, or crafted and put down all these lily pads of fertility. So we did all those. We were talking about those before. And I've added a whole bunch of growth crystal tier 2s. So everywhere we had a water source before, I added a growth crystal tier 2. This took a little bit of work. We had to kill a bunch of withers, and I ended up killing 16 of them. And of course we needed to kill some ghasts. But to make these guys right here, we needed sea lanterns. Now in order to do that, we had to put these prismarine shards, or we needed the prismarine shards. To get those, we needed to put quartz into a mana pool with an alchemy catalyst underneath. And I do have one over there, right next to the Terra Shatterer. So we were able to do that and make all these growth crystal tier 2s. So those will just speed up our crops. And that did not get picked up. Why didn't you get picked up, you little devil? Why are you sitting there on the ground? You should have got picked up and gone in there and got sucked away into Nowheresville. There's another one. What the heck, man? I think it's just too much, maybe. Maybe we'll have to put a vacuum hopper or something in here. Yeah. Look at this. We're losing out. Whoa, hello. Move quickly. Yeah, with the elevation change going across these lilies, I start flying, unless I turn flight off, and then I'll stay on the ground. And then you start going super fast. Anyway, what I've done is made 9x9, or 3x3, so 9 total crop plots for each of the major things. So there's diamonds, there's nether quartz, there's Certus quartz, Fluix crystals, and Terra steel. So 9x9 of each of those. I started working on electrical steel because I'm always seem to be out of that. So I'll do a 9x9 plot of that. And I'm in the water. And over here I'm doing silicon because I'm always out of silicon. Now these guys grow fast and the crafting recipe is much smaller than it is. Because these are pretty low silicon. Let's spell it right, Oblyx. These are pretty low level plants, so the seeds are only tier 2. Now to make the silicon with the essence, you only need 3, unlike a lot of these guys. Like the diamonds, you need 9. So I'm not going to plant a whole bunch of these. I might plant like 3 and call it good. I think we'll get enough silicon out of those to do it. And what we're doing is collecting all the items out of here. Remember, we built this unbreakable mattock. So he's going out harvesting the crops, and then he's pushing the items up into the send section here. So if we look at our items, we're pushing them out to crop farms on the channel called Crop Farms. And we added some lights. I am definitely going to have to come in here and put in like an absorption hopper or something to pick up all these little extra bits. So let's see how I'm processing this stuff and where it's actually going. Flip our jetpack back on. And go onto our teleport pad. We'll go to the red dome. Oh, I like that sound. And you'll see we've got a building over here. Little small thing. I think at the end I'm going to have to expand it so we can add more crops, but it's working for now. Now what's happening, I'm going to show you the inside. Pull the curtain back, if you will. And this guy is receiving on crop farms. So our tower, way on the other side of the green, behind, not that tower, but the one on the other side, is sending this stuff over here. You see the stuff popping in right there. It's pushing out on the green channel. If you look right there, you see the green arrow coming down. So it's set to in out, and it's inserting on blue, but it's extracting on green. Then the green is going into these drawers right up here. Okay, and because drawers can be locked and can't receive anything beyond what's in that locked in that drawer, we were able to lock them all with the appropriate essence. So we've got diamond, nether quartz, certus quartz, fluix crystal, terra steel, electrical steel, and silicon. So it'll only push those, push them into the right place without need of filters and all that kind of stuff. Then down here, I've got it pushing, still on the green, the seeds, because occasionally you'll get seeds. See, we've got 89 diamond seeds, 134 quartz seeds, or nether quartz seeds, I should say. You'll see those being pushed down here just to get them out of the system. And I'm going to come back and put void upgrades on these drawers so that they never get full, but we'll always have an excess, an extra set of seeds here ready to go. Then back here on the crafters, I've got these filters in here, and they're on in and out, but on the insert side I've got a filter filtering for diamond essence. And what's happening is, you see up here on the drawer, it's pulling out on the brown channel, so we're coming in on the green from our dimensional transceiver. We're going out on the brown, and then we're coming in on the brown, if I can get a view of it. There we go. There's an in arrow there on the back of the crafter. Then we're extracting on the blue. So it's inserting the essence on brown, but only the diamond essence. And this one's only the nether quartz essence, and this one's only the certus quartz essence. So we're making sure the right essence goes into the right crafter. And the reason that is because a lot of these guys have different recipes. So the diamond is a 3x3. Certus quartz is like this eye shape. I'm sorry, the nether quartz is like an eye shape. The certus quartz is a donut. Most of the rest of these are donuts. Except this one, like we talked about, is just 3 for silicon. It's just 3 across the top. So I have them piping into individual crafters. Now, I could have done all this with an RF Tools crafter. I could have had one RF Tools crafter, and it could have handled all this work. But if, say, I got a whole flood of nether quartz, it could back up that crafter and prevent all the rest of these from crafting. So if I keep them individualized like this, and these crafters are fairly cheap and they don't cost a lot of power to run, 125 RF per tick is nothing. These guys will just sit here cruising along and creating and creating. Now what's happening once the crafter is done, I said it's outputting on the blue, and that's coming back up into this dimensional transceiver. And if we look at it, it is sending on crop crafted. So we're going to send on that. Now there's one final thing we're also getting, which is this fertilized essence. We get this every now and then when a crop breaks over at the farm. These are just piping straight out on the green channel and right into this drawer. And then they're going out on the blue channel back into the dimensional transceiver. Now what that does is kind of acts like a buffer. So let me show you where these are all going. Right now I've just got them coming over here. We'll move it over to the purple dome when we're ready to move our storage over there. So I've got this dimensional transceiver here, and it is receiving from crop crafted. So it will receive, you just saw a crafted diamond. And it's just pushing all that out into this storage controller. So you can see all the different materials we're crafting. So silicon, electrical steel, certus quartz, diamonds, nether quartz, fluix crystals, terra steel, and that fertilized essence. We're sending over here as well. Now all these drawers have upgrades, full upgrades, no void. So when these back up, it will back up this guy and then back up over there. So those drawers will start getting full. So it just gives us an extra layer of buffer. So that is pretty much all that we got going on for these farms. Now, I do want to expand them a little bit. There's some more materials we want to make using these farms. To do that, I'm going to have to expand this little workshop a little bit. I think I'm going to have to bring it down to like here on both sides so that we can add some more of these setups, because I really do like how these work, how these are set up. Which of course will mean we'll have to expand out the inside with the seeds and all that over here as well. But that's going to allow us to do things like gas tiers and nether stars and vibrant alloy and energetic alloy, things like that that we haven't already gotten. We don't have a cow for. Remember, it's got to be something we don't have a cow for and we don't get from the mob farm right there. So it's got to be extra items beyond there. So these are great examples of ones we need right off the bat. And I added these two later on in the game. These have been added for a while now, but these two I just popped in a few minutes before I started recording. So that's why they're so low on the count. Yeah, I think that is just about everything. I do love that. I will show you over here. If you see underneath this mana pool, how it looks different than these mana pools. Now you don't see our Terra Shatterer, that's okay. It's actually still there. You can tell because that mana pool's empty. There it goes. It's just a little rendering glitch, no big deal. But if you look underneath this mana pool, you will see our Alchemy Catalyst. That's what's making this mana pool look different than that mana pool. So if I take a quartz, for example, and drop it in the pool with the Alchemy Catalyst, you see when I mouse over it, it says it's going to turn quartz into prismarine shard. And actually, I can do it again and turn it into a prismarine crystal. See that? Nice. So what this does is turn one thing into another using mana. Now we also used it to make lily pads. So if I take a Vim, apparently I really want to type Vim. If I take these vines, toss it in there, you see I get lily pads. So that's how we made those lily pads of fertility. So that gives us a regular lily pad. We mix it with a bunch of Reliquary mob essence or mob drops. So if we look, a lily pad of fertility, we make these fertile essence by putting catalyzing glands. This is Reliquary mob drop from creepers. This is a Reliquary mob drop from skeletons, from slime, and of course this is just cooked cactus. So then we can make these fertile essence. That's what allowed us to make the lily pad of fertility, and I do think those make a difference, though not 100% sure on that. Let's get away from those machines, they're very loud. So yeah, I think we do need to make quite a few more of those, which, oops, that's not what I wanted to do. I want to go over here. So we'll get those crafted up here before too long. Once we start getting some more crops going on in our farm. I think this farm is going to be plenty big enough to do everything we want to do. I don't think we're going to need additional layers. Actually, I had planned this whole tower to be mystical agriculture when I first built it. But with the cow farm, I just don't think we really need it. I think the cow farm's doing great and providing just about everything we need. So we really don't need this thing to produce iron and copper and lead and stuff like that, glowstone, because we're already getting it, you know, in more than enough, you know, than we need. So we're good to go. But I think that is all the time I got for today, and I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me as always. Oh yeah, I did add some more stars. I added a star field generator in every dome. I took the one out of the middle, so we got stars for days now. Yeah, night sky, nice. But until next time, get out there and make some noise. See ya.